Have you ever caught yourself saying this? When my manifestation wish comes true, then I'm going to feel this way and I'm going to do this and I'm going to have that and blah, 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 blah. If so, today's video is for you. I'm going to tell you why most of the time we get this backwards, and I'm going to give you the formula of how to get this right. So this is the be, do, have model, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So if you want to find out more, then be sure to keep watching. What's up guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I am a spiritual life and business coach, and this again is my YouTube channel where I create new videos for you twice a week, every week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, where I bring together mindset and manifestation so that you can use these two tools in tandem in order to create your dream life. I love to empower people to think positively and to love themselves enough to make their dreams come true. And if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, then be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So as I said at the top of the video, today I'm going to tell you about the be, do, have model and why that can help you to manifest your desires. But before we dive into what the be, do, have model is, let's talk first about what it is not. So this is the thing when it comes to manifesting. I've talked about this so many times before, but we all tend to get stuck in this model of, well, I can't be happy until my manifestation wish is here, or I can't feel successful until I get this thing, or I can't do this, or I can't have that, or I can't whatever. We make up this big story in our minds about what is going to happen if we get this one thing. But when we do that, we accidentally make things harder for ourselves because we start to put too much importance on the thing that we want, and that actually makes us start to push it away energetically. So for example, say you are trying to manifest a relationship and you tell yourself, oh, when I get a boyfriend, then I'm going to finally feel good about myself. Or when I get a boyfriend, I'm going to finally join the gym and take care of my body. Or when I get a boyfriend, I'm going to feel so confident. I'm going to have dinner parties at my house all the time. I'm going to have a great social life. Like sometimes we tell ourselves these stories that are absolutely complete nonsense, right? So basically what's happening in this situation is that we're creating this fantasy reality. We have picked a goal for ourselves, but we're also secretly telling ourselves that our world is going to entirely change when we get there, which isn't always the case. And we are saying that this one thing is going to make us be a different person. And that is not how manifesting works. And that is not how real life works. So what I'm always trying to teach you guys on here is that we need to learn how to manifest from the inside out, which means figuring out what we need to shift inside of us and then working on that shift. And then that will then in turn create the results that we want. So if we are thinking that we are going to feel more confident or more happy or more popular or whatever it is when we get the boyfriend, we are actually just kind of creating more resistance and a bigger barrier to getting what we want. So that's a kind of a victim mode mentality, because we are putting ourselves in a situation where we don't have what we want now and we can't feel what we want to feel. So again, that is creating a lot of resistance. That's creating a lot of obstacles that we need to get over in order to get where we want to go. It's just another way that we secretly sabotage ourselves and get in the way of what we really want. So there is another way of looking at this formula before I get into it that is not the correct way. And this is coming from a place of doing. So the example I just gave you was all about when I have something, I will feel this. So this example is all about when I do something, then I will feel this. So I have seen this example a few times. It's way less common, but this tends to come in with type A, overworking, overachieving types. These are the people that have told them the story that if I do more, then I'll feel this. And when I feel this, then I'll have this. And again, it's creating this kind of vicious cycle of why we keep putting ourselves out there and trying to do things and trying to change things, and we never really feel like we get there. It's because we've told ourselves this story in our minds that we can't do it unless we do more. And more is a very big, very vague place. It is like putting yourself again on a treadmill where you are just running and running and running after something, but no one is ever telling you that you've reached the finish line, which means that you are never letting yourself step into your happy reality. You are never appreciating where you are, and you are never showing up as the fully embodied person that you really want to be. So both of these models get this all backwards. And so today I'm going to tell you what the be do have model does and why you need to start switching your thinking over to that starting right now. So I just explained the two wrong models, which were coming from a place of when I have, then I will be, or when I do, then I will be. But now we are going to flip that over and look at it doing it the right way, the happy way, the productive way, and the manifestation way, which is when you come from a place of being first. So I want you to go back now and to think about your manifestation intention. And I want you to maybe journal on it, maybe grab a piece of paper, and think about who you need to be in order to have what you want, okay? It would actually be great if you got a blank piece of paper, put 2 lines down it, so now you have 3 columns, and write be do you have across the top. I want you to fill out the have part, so the goal part, the part that you are consciously aware of right now, that's your outcome. And then I want you to work backwards. Who do you have to be? What do you have to do in order to create that result? So the thing is, when we're just trying to will something to come into our life without figuring out who we need to be or what we need to do in order to have it, again, we are not really doing the work. We are waiting for the world to prove something to us instead of changing the world from the inside out. That is the whole point of manifesting. That's why you're watching this channel right now. And that is the thing I'm always telling you to do. I want you to get excited about your power. I want you to work on shifting your reality starting from the inside. If you sit around and wait for evidence to come from the universe in order to believe that you are an awesome person, you are going to be waiting forever to believe you are an awesome person. I'm telling you to believe that you are an awesome person right now. And when you start to strengthen that belief, when you can really integrate that, then you might be inspired to do something differently. And the thing that you start to do differently can then in turn bring you the result that you really want. So instead of chasing down the thing that we want without a game plan and thinking that we are going to change when we get there, we start shifting and doing the changes first. And that in turn makes it so much easier to get what we want. And this is totally manifestation in action. It is just us using our brain and using our self-awareness in order to backwards engineer the thing that we really want. And the cool thing about this is when you can figure out who you need to be and what you want to feel and all of that stuff ahead of time, it actually takes the pressure off of you actually getting the thing, right? And when you take the pressure off of getting the thing, take the importance away from it, that is when it becomes so much easier to have, right? Because when we think that only one thing in the world is going to make us happy, we've created so much around that already. And that, again, just makes it more difficult for us to create it. So figure out how to give yourself what you want. Figure out who you need to be. And then the things that you want will come to you like flowy magic. It is absolutely amazing. So you can take that same piece of paper that you just wrote on and write out as many goals as you want and backwards engineer each one of them. And actually, for a lot of us, this is a really great exercise because some of our goals end up having similar qualities in who we need to be. And when you can figure out who you need to be, that is your homework. That is where you need to go. That is what you need to focus on. Maybe that's you showing up as a more confident person. Maybe that is you putting more love and energy and attention into your presentation of yourself so you can feel like a confident person. Maybe that is you choosing to eat better, choosing to take a class that you've been putting off. There are so many different ways that you can start to be a different person once you start to decide on that. But this is your chance as a conscious creator. You do not have to sit around thinking of yourself in the same way you always have. And like I always say on here, what you have always done has created your life the way it's always been. If you want to go big in on your dreams, if you love yourself enough to bring your dream life to a reality, then you need to love yourself enough to take action and do something different. So what you just created for yourself is a little guidebook on who you need to be and the lessons you need to integrate and the beliefs you need to change about yourself in order to get what you want. And that is your homework, my friends, and that is the stuff that is going to literally change your world. So what did you think about this video today? I really hope that this helped shift your perspective and gave you a new way of looking at manifesting and how to change your life in general. This formula really works, and I would love to hear your results with it. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would go ahead and leave a comment below saying be, do, have. I'll go ahead and shout you out. That would be so cool if you could do that for me. And if not, go ahead and give me a like. I would totally appreciate that as well. If you want to learn more about me, you can come on over to my site. I'm currently offering spiritual business coaching for spiritual business owners. I'm going to help you learn how to be your authentic self online in a way that creates a profitable business. If you are interested in having a sales call about that, then go ahead and drop me a DM. My info is below. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I'm wishing you so much magic and so much joy. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.